Hello, welcome to Spirit Cocktails. I'm your host Pierre, and we're making a classic cocktail today that's based out of Italy called a Negroni. This is actually, at its base, it's going to be Campari. Campari is an Italian liqueur, but it's a bitter liqueur. It tastes, to me, it tastes like really strong grapefruit, different notes like that. It's definitely bitter. Picture, I don't know, Angostura bitters in drinkable format. It's bitter. But I'm also going to use gin. And this time we're going with Genius Gin. Haven't actually made a cocktail yet with them, but I did do a review a while back. It's a very good gin. It's not a dry gin. It's just more of a sweeter gin. It's also higher proof because this is Navy strength. They make a standard strength. Fortunately, it's not available here in my area. I think it's more in Texas, I believe they're from. But this has a little more potency. I believe it's about, if I remember correctly, yep, 57. 57% alcohol. Well, 57 proof. Oh no, 57. Yeah, 57 ABV. So it definitely has a bit of a kick in the face. But it's sweeter. You don't really notice that much of alcohol balance to it. Then you also have some sweet vermouth. Sweet or not, vermouth is bitter. It's fortified wine. It's going to definitely stand out in this whole cocktail. But this isn't a Negroni. It's a classic cocktail. The only thing missing, which I don't have, is an orange twist. You can definitely, I would suggest if you can, garnish the orange twist. Try to keep it as authentic as possible. I don't have oranges, so I can't make it that way. But it's still, the basis of the cocktail is the same, minus a slight citrus flavor at the end. But I'll show you how this is made, because this is going to be a build style cocktail. One thing I can say though about anything with Campari, ask Derek. It's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be bitter. But this is going to have an ounce of each of these. Here's an ounce of Campari. That's going to be a little bitter. But hopefully the sweetness definitely balances that out. Take your ounce of Campari. Ounce of gin. And then an ounce of sweet vermouth. Give it a little stir. Now, best bet, if you can, get an old-fashioned glass. A small rocks glass would be good, because it's only 3 ounces. It's not really using a lot of space. But there you have it. The Negroni. I'll see how it tastes. Oh, it's bitter, obviously. It's very herbal. You're getting a lot of the herbal flavor. That's the bitterness from that Campari. It's definitely something that stands out. This is definitely a sipping cocktail. This is not something I would suggest just drink away like it's nothing. It's too bitter to just drink like that. You can use any gin. You can use Bombay Sapphire. Pretty much anything. Hendrix. But the Genius Gin does give it a little bit more of a sweeter flavor, but it does kick it up a notch because it is a little more potent as far as alcohol. And you are tasting the sweet vermouth. That does actually make it taste a little bit sweeter, but you can taste that fortified wine flavor that you normally get with any vermouths. It's a slight bitter, pungent kick in the face that you usually get with that, but it's definitely, surprisingly, not that bad flavor-wise. Definitely a classic style cocktail. The first sip that you have, it's like, it's right in your face. The first time I ever had one of these, I wasn't expecting, oh, other than the fact you are using Campari, it's going to be bitter. You're not expecting to be as bitter, but when it first hits your face hole, you're like, it kicks you back a little bit. Then after a while, it grows in you. You start noticing more of the sweet flavors, a lot more of the herbal notes. The gin, you're noticing a lot of different flavors. But But the one thing about this, it's depending on what you use, because it's basically Campari, of sweet vermouth, and gin. You can use any gin. There's many different types out there. There's your basic dry gin, which is just juniper, just a standard gin. There's a lot of fortified gins that have different flavors in there. Hendrick's definitely has a lot. This has a lot of notes. You also have your sweet gins, your dry gins. I definitely want to suggest you use slow gin because that's just completely off the wall from this. Although it probably make it taste a little better, but it's not part of the recipe. But whatever you choose, it's going to basically make or break the cocktail. But this actually makes it really good. It's bringing a lot more of a sweet, balanced flavor to it. You're getting all the different herbal notes from there. Like you definitely get a little bit of citrus because this does have a citrus flavor to it. This is definitely standing out, and this is really standing out. But it's actually really not that bad of a cocktail. And I hate Campari. Go figure. But hope you enjoyed this cocktail. It's a classic. I definitely suggest you try it out. But also let me know what type of gin you guys would like to try in it. You can feel like just basic like Crystal Palace, your basic cheap $20 bottle of gin. Not much to it. However you like it, let me know below. As always, like us on Facebook.com/favoritecocktails. Subscribe to our channel. As always, drink responsibly.